learning in my English class. See? Okay. So I have this poster here. Miss Amy's holding it. Miss Amy is holding it. And it says shapes. Those are called formas in Spanish. See? And there are different shapes. There's circle, circulo. See? This is a triangle, triangulo. See? A square is a quadrado. See? Heart is corazon. Estrella is for star. And here is a diamond. Diamante. Sometimes we call this a rhombus. See? And down here is a stop sign. It's an octagon because it has 8 sides. How many? 8. Ocho. And it's called octagonal, like a stop sign. And this is an oval, ovalo. See? And down at the bottom, yes, down at the bottom there. What's that at the bottom? This is a rectangular, rectangle. Oh, that's very good. You've been studying very well. Thank you, gracias. Now, I want you to tell us about the shapes, Miss Amy. Well, there's something special about these shapes because most shapes that we talk about are symmetrical. That means they're the same on both sides. Oh, yeah, see, so a heart, you could cut a heart down the middle, you put a line right down the middle, here you make a line. See? And on both sides, it would be the same on the left and the right. That's symmetrical. And we're going to talk about bugs. We've been talking about bugs. So I thought I'd read a book about butterflies. And butterflies are symmetrical. Yes, that's right. They're the same on the left and the right. Yeah. Do you want to read my book about butterflies? Yeah? Okay. So I'm going to read a book about butterflies. And these are called mariposas. Yes, mariposas. That's right. That's a butterfly. So I'm going to put this down and we're going to talk about our butterflies because we've been learning about bugs. And I want to tell you, because this coronavirus, as terrible as it is, the coronavirus has caused people to go out less often. Mm-hmm. See? And people are driving cars and driving trucks and flying in planes and using machines and things that belch a lot of ugly gases that go into the environment. But because of the coronavirus, many people all over the world are having to stay home so they don't go out and infect each other to keep the rate of the spread of the virus down. And guess what that means for the natural environment? More oxygen for the animals and the trees and all the things that need clean air. And one thing they have noticed, scientists have noticed, is that butterflies, mariposas, yes, butterflies are coming back a lot in the environment. So there's been a big rash of butterflies and insects like bees that are getting a rebirth in the environment, and that's a good thing. It's a very good thing. So when you're out on your nature walk today around your neighborhood in the sun, in the beautiful, beautiful spring day, go look for some of those bugs coming back. I went on a nature walk yesterday around my neighborhood. It was raining a lot, so I found lots of worms. Yeah. All right, Cindy, you go take a break, and I'm going to read my book about butterflies. And guess what? It's like the pop-up book that I read yesterday. Oh, pop-up book. Yeah. You remember that? About bugs, ABC bugs. But today, the silver dandelion. So could you sit down over there with Zero, do you think? Oh, I guess so. Oh, okay. All right. You stay over there. Oh, Cindy is such a good help. Cindy the centipede. She loves books about bugs. Right, Cindy? Mm-hmm. Okay. So you stay over there, and I'm going to read about dandelions. Silver dandelion, which happens to have a butterfly on it. Hey, look at the butterfly. Look, you see how he's the same on the left and the right? Yeah, kind of like my butterfly over here. He's got the same spot. He's got a red spot on the left and a red spot on his right wing. He's exactly the same on each side of his body. That's important when you're making crafts with butterflies. Watch this. Oh, this is another one of those books that uses shapes to help with the illustrations. Isn't that pretty? A silver dandelion grew in a green field. There's the butterfly. Isn't he pretty? the monarch butterfly. Watch, watch. Oh, look, there's some bees. Some bees buzzed by, and it swayed. Isn't that a pretty, pretty dandelion? Do you have dandelions where you live? Yeah? They have these big, bushy, pretty pom-poms on them, and you can blow them away, and they go off into the wind. That's how their seeds are spread. Watch. Some grasshoppers hopped by, and it shook. Ooh, grasshoppers. There's another fun bug. Look how pretty they are. Their long legs. Yeah, watch. Here it comes. It's going to turn. Oh, don't you love how it's cut out in the shape? The soft wind blew, and it waved. Look, there it goes. All those little seeds are flying off of the dandelion. I used to call those wishers when I was a kid because I'd make a wish on them. Watch, turn the page. Then there was nothing left but a slender stalk. We had a very windy, rainy day here, so all of the dandelions have lost their little seeds. Nothing but stalks left. They all blew away. But later, oh, watch. Look at all the folds. Watch. Oh, look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at that pop-up. Look at all the features on there, all the different folds that made that pop up like that. Can you see it? Watch. And that's what it looks like all around. Look, they even did the back of the paper so you could see down inside. And there's a big, beautiful butterfly right at the top. Isn't that pretty? A monarch butterfly. Did you know that you can order a monarch butterfly kit? You can. You can go online and you can order a monarch butterfly kit, and you can keep the caterpillars that's going to come to you with a little container of live caterpillars. Yes, live caterpillars. And they're in a little container with food, and they eat the food. And when they start to stick to the top of the little container, you'll know that they're starting to do their cocoons or their little chrysalis. I guess it's called a chrysalis. Yeah, and then you move that into the little butterfly house, and in a few weeks they hatch. It's the coolest. And once they hatch, you can set them free so they can go and pollinate all the flowers. Sometimes dandelions, sometimes not. And you can go online and look for the kinds of plants that will attract dandelions to your garden too. I love dandelions. I know you do. I know you do, Cindy. So I wanted to show you a craft that you can do to make a butterfly, right? So let's see. Here's my markers. I've taken a piece of paper and I folded it in half. That way, whatever I do on this side, if I cut it out, it's going to be the same on the other side. So watch. I'm going to get some marker or a crayon or a pencil or whatever. I just happen to have some markers here. And I'm going to draw half of my shape onto my folded paper. Now this is the fold side, and this is the side that's going to get cut. So it doesn't have to be perfect, right? Look at the shapes of the butterfly wings. It's kind of a triangle, kind of not. So I'm going to draw the half of the butterfly's head right there. Can you see that? Yeah. And then I'm going to do, well, maybe I could just draw the whole thing. Here's half of the butterfly's body. All right. And then I'm going to draw a wing shape like that. Sort of a triangle, all the way down if you want. And then the bottom wing shape, and I don't even have to do it very good, really. Kind of sloppy. Is it okay that it's sloppy? Yes, it's perfectly fine. And then keep it folded because on this side, there's nothing, right? So keep it folded like that. Then I'm going to get my scissors right here, okay, and keep it shut. Don't open it yet. I'm going to cut it. I'm going to cut on the lines that I drew. Cut on those lines. You can't see them on that side. You can see how I'm cutting? I'm not opening it. I'm keeping it closed. You might do this sometimes when you make snowflakes, right? Or when you're trying to make a heart for Valentine's Day, right? When you fold the paper and you cut it folded, you're going to get the same thing on both sides. So here's the part that I already drew on. Now, when I open it, it's a butterfly. It's the same on the left and the right. And now you can decorate it so that it's the same on the left and the right. And look what happened here. Yeah, see, I didn't get to finish on that side, so I can go back in and draw the second half of his body, right? There, I drew the second half. Now, if I draw something on one side, like a circle, well, then I have to draw it on the other side, too, because it's symmetrical. A butterfly is the same on the left and the right, right? Or maybe I want to draw, maybe I want to put a star on the other wing, like that. Well, then I need a star on this side, too, because it has to be symmetrical. It's a butterfly. It's symmetrical on both sides. It's the same. Try to get it as much the same as you can, right? Maybe I'll draw some, maybe I want to do 3 polka dots. 1, 2, 3 on the left, and I got to do 1, 2, 3 on the right, so it'll match, right? So there's a butterfly. So that's one shape that is symmetrical is a butterfly shape. Now maybe you want to do paint. Maybe you have paint at your house. Well, what's one way we can get paint to match on this side and this side? Well, we could put a drop of paint, a little drop of paint, and then we can fold it up like that and squish, 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 squish it all together. Press it really, really hard, and when you open it, the paint will have spread from this side to that side, and they will be identical on one side and the other. What are some other shapes you could make that are symmetrical? That means they're going to have a fold line right down the middle, and the left and the right would match. Let's see. How about a heart? We talked about a heart. Yeah. How would you draw a heart so it would be the same on the left and the right? Well, you can kind of make a C shape along the fold, right? Or backward C shape, I guess. I could make a C shape that's kind of pointy at the bottom. Sort of looks like an ear, doesn't it? Look like a big ear. Hello, I can't hear you. So I can cut that out and make sure it's on the fold, right? So cut that out with some scissors. Let's see. Cut on the line. Keep it folded. Don't open it yet. Let's see. Open it like that. All the way around to the bottom. There we go. See the line that I drew? Now I can open it. And it's a heart. And it's the same on the left and the right. You can do that with any shape. Yeah, you could. You could do, actually, I could turn this into a triangle if I wanted to. Yeah. I could draw a half of a triangle, right? Let's see. Half of a triangle. So I could draw 1/2, draw it along. There's a half of a triangle, but here's the middle part. Here's the fold. I drew half of a triangle, and now it's a whole triangle. Ha ha! Or I could do a square that way. Half of a square. There's half. I guess it's a rectangle. There's the other half. And they match, like a book, right? So there are lots of shapes that are symmetrical. That means they have symmetry. They're the same on the left and the right. Well, I had a good time reading a book with you today, guys, about butterflies. I love bugs. Go out today in this beautiful, sunshiny, gorgeous day. We finally have some sun back. Yesterday was a very rainy day, but that's how nature is. Sometimes it rains, sometimes it doesn't. Go out today and find some symmetrical shapes. Look for symmetry in the world. Lots of things are the same on the left and the right. Nature's very good at making symmetry. Yeah. She has flowers that are the same on the left and the right. Yeah, lots of things out there. Yeah. Animals are the same on the left and the right most of the time. Most of the time they have an ear on one side, they're going to have an ear on the other side. Right? They're going to be the same on both sides. Most of the time. Yeah, not always, but most of the time. So go out and look for symmetry. And look for some butterflies today. Maybe do a butterfly craft. And use the things you already have in your house. Stop going to the craft store. No, you don't need to. You have stuff, you just don't know that you have stuff. use the stuff you have. Google it. Yes, that's why we have the internet. All right, guys, have a good day. I'll see you later. Say goodbye, Cindy. Goodbye, Cindy. Goodbye, Cindy Centipede. Have a good day. Bye.